So funny story, this video was meant to be released like longer before this, but you see there were teasers for the 40K reveal show that pretty much just happened last Saturday, day before yesterday, and there were teasers that indicated the idea of like a new demon engine. So I wanted to hold back because I had hope for one of the things I'm going to talk about in this video, but no, it was just a Necromunda thing, which I care nothing about whatsoever. So that was a pointless delay of this video, huh? So despite everything going on with 40K right now, all the Amazon stuff, all that, I'm not here to talk about that. One of the things I hate talking about is, I know it'll get me more views. I'm not an idiot. I know being like, 40K does so-and-so politics X, Y, and Z. I don't care about that. I hate talking about that. It brings the mood down, and I'm just made this channel to make videos that people can take their mind off of things for a bit. So instead, let's complain about something else involving Games Workshop, their refusal to make newer models of older ones. Now, I say refusal, it's more like they just won't do it. I don't know if there's any particular reason why, but there are some older models that I feel like, as time's going on, with one example in this video, is an older character that's been getting really popular. In fact, if I wasn't currently painting a Night Lord's army, I'd be painting his army. I just want to bring up a couple models I feel like deserve to be brought up to the current standard with new kits. And I guess you consider it like a top 3, but this is more just me talking about a few models that I feel like really need an update as things have progressed. To start this off, let's talk about Huron Blackheart. For those of you who don't know, in Warhammer 40K, Huron Blackheart has kind of been, who do you want to replace Abaddon as War Master because you don't like Abaddon? Huron Blackheart. In his book, which I've only heard this excerpt, which is spoilers, skip to here if you don't hear it, in which he convinced a young tech adept appealing to both the man and the machine to work for him. Which, to be honest, if this was Abaddon, he'd convince them only to kill him, just to prove a point. Because it proves a point. Just like the other 12 Black Crusades before the 13th. They were very important. They were very important. Definitely not just him failing. Oh, not at all. That and, he just needs a new model. It's old. In fact, you know what? In the description, I'm going to be linking a video. A video by a YouTuber. If you're into kit bashing videos, you've probably seen him. Pete the Wargamer. He did a beautiful job converting a Huron Blackheart model. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I'd recommend checking out. Link in the description. Now this one's kind of weird. You see, this one is... It's kind of a play on a model that's been around, except I don't have exactly enough knowledge to say this. As far as I know, the Obliterators have been around since Firstborn. And, with them having a new version of the Obliterator, yeah, that's the power of magic right there. I don't know if you can pick it up. I don't know if it can pick up on the details, but yeah, I have 2 Obliterators that I'm painting for my Night Lord's army, because they're pretty cool guys. But either way, one of the things that I find so cool about the Obliterators is it's basically just a giant flesh thing that just grabs like an artillery battery, and then all of a sudden the artillery battery just grows out of its back and just starts firing out of its back, which is honestly really fun. That's just so ridiculous overall that it's just so awesome, But one thing I've learned about recently is the Mutilators. In short, they're the melee equivalent to the Obliterators. Except, apparently it has something to do, instead of them just absorbing weapons and copying them, apparently they still do that, but they bond with the demonic spirit of the sword, or whatever weapon they're using, which I'm not sure how that works, but they really deserve a new model, because I love the Obliterators, but having a giant monster that just turns its fist into a giant hammer, the other one has chain swords growing out as instead of having a lightning claws, except the lightning claws are chain swords. That'd be really cool to see. And once again, there is actually someone who did a conversion. I believe it was Lich Laboratories. I could be wrong, but either way, I'll link that video in the description. I remember the kit bash. It looks wonderful. Good. I'd recommend you check that out too. Now, for the final one of this video is one that really sucks to me. So there is this whole debacle I had with demon engines and deciding which ones to have for my army. I'll tell this story in another video when it's released. But I found this one demon engine. It was cool. Oh, you can't play it in 40K. Another one that was even cooler. Can't play it in 40K. Wow, thank you. Then I came across the Defiler. If you told me that there was a demon engine that was a spider tank with giant crab claws and guns you can kind of go back and forth with, I'd say that's awesome. What do you call this? What is this? That's not how I'd imagine a Defiler. To be fair to Almighty Games Workshop, it is a really old model. However, the concept of Defiler is so cool that it would fit perfectly with the Night Lord's army, but you know, it could just use a new model. Can you imagine, like, you think of the Mauler / Forge Fiend, Helldrake not really, because I'm not really that interested in it. Or, in another case, the Venom Crawler, which you can't really see because I haven't painted yet, but there's like some flesh right in there, flesh for the face. Haven't painted it yet, I haven't gotten around to it. The trim has been really... it's really off-putting when you look at trim for models like that. It would be so cool to see, like, a modern take on the Defiler. And if so, I'd probably buy that. I mean, I'd love to buy a Defiler. Maybe 2 or more if they would let me have it. But it just sucks. And that's what this video has been about. Models that are old and need an update and just suck the way they are right now. This has been Cars 97 Productions. The videos I mentioned will be in the description below if you want to go check them out. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Maybe share with someone who you think will enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see. It's Cars 97 Productions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.